My dear sisters and brothers, what do we see in what we have heard today? Is Jesus telling us that the wicked are to be praised? No. He's saying, look at how the wicked are functioning in the world very prudently. That's the way, and even more, better, for the good should the children of light work prudently, astutely. But how will that happen? We need that wisdom, the grace to do it. And the Lord gives it to us. He is giving us all that we need so that we can be that unique part of Jesus that we are called to live. And He does that. And so, my dear sisters and brothers, let us thank the Lord that He has given each one of us unique gifts. And these gifts, in order to become better, we must give it to Him and work hard through Him, with Him and in Him. And you will see that you will start growing in leaps and bounds, because the Holy Spirit will show you newer paths. That is how St. Paul told the Christians in Philippi. He said, the Lord has given us everything. We belong to Him. He is with us, so do not be afraid. Now, Charles Borromeo came from a very affluent family. His father was a count, and his mother came from the Medici family. Just at 12, he had a tonsure. That means he was consecrated to God. By 21, being a very intelligent young boy, he was both civil and canon lawyer. His uncle was Pope Paul IV, and he called him to Rome. And in Rome, he made him administrator of the papal states. He made him cardinal deacon. When he was only a deacon, not even a priest, a lay person in that sense, he was also made in charge administrator of the Archdiocese of Milan. He was very capable, so the Council of Trent, which was stopped, was resumed by him, and he was the soul of that council, where so much of reform took place. In order to implement the findings of the council, he was called to Rome, and he revised the Catholic catechism, the breviary, the liturgies, the singing hymns. Everything was done by him. Then he went back and he was consecrated Archbishop of Milan. And as a bishop there, he was very, very simple. You'll be amazed to see that he lived a very simple life. And he ate only once a day. And that was very little, just fruits, figs, dry figs, and water. And that was how he lived his life. But he was tremendous. There were 3,000 clergy whom he renewed with his very example. Wherever he went, he would take the opportunity to enlighten the people, to make them understand the faith better. And even on the streets, he would sometimes meet them and instruct them, and children as well. He was really outstanding in his reach for the people. In the villages, he started parishes and monasteries, so that there would be a revival. And at that time, the Reformation had begun of the Protestants moving away from the Catholic Church. So he was doing the counter-Reformation, because they were all leaving the church, got them back, and many people came back because he was so powerful in enlightening their minds. He died very young, like St. Francis Xavier, at 46. But then when there was a plague and there was a famine, he was outstanding. He just contributed such a lot. He made his will and he was just working tirelessly day and night. My dear sisters and brothers, he was canonized later, and we can see how an example he has been to us. He says, we must truly live for God and not for ourselves. And when we do that, God will reward us. My dear sisters and brothers, let us now place our hands in our lap, keep our eyes closed, and allow Jesus to enter each one of us. For we are uniquely a cell of His body, and He has a unique role to play in each one of us. May this uniqueness of ours in Jesus become more and more evident as it was in the saints. St. Francis Xavier, St. Charles Borromeo, and so many countless others.